Hi everybody. So today we have, hold on, I'm just typing the title. Go. Done. Here we go. We have my favorite color photographer, Gruyaert. He's from Belgium. I think he's born in Antwerp in 1941. And he was a pioneer of color photography. This was a time when color photography was really only used in advertising, so like the 70s. He made this form of photography accessible to people who are artists, basically. He's great. And I'm just going to get started. These are some photos that he did in the 70s. He was influenced by pop art in the United States that he saw. He went to like a Warhol exhibit in New York, and he was really influenced by it. So these are some of the photos that he did. What he did was he turned his TV on, and he basically like played with the knobs until he got these really crazy colors. And then he photographed his television. So it's interesting. I think these were done in 1972, if I'm not mistaken. And these are pretty different from his work. And yeah, this is a signed copy for me. I actually met him last year. I think it was at Howard Greenberg Gallery. He had a show. I think his first solo show in New York. It's really nice. So before I show you the photos, I wanted to read you guys a little bit from what he talks about his influences and his work. So here's a quote from him. "Color is more physical than black and white, more intellectual and more abstract. With a black and white photograph, you generally want to know what's going on between the subjects. With color, you should be immediately affected by the different shades that express a situation." That's one quote. Let me read you a little bit more. There are attempts to use different palettes and to seek density within the frame, bringing the images closer to experimental photography than to any documentary or narrative approach, and forming the basis of a purely photographic practice built on images that seem sufficient in themselves. So he said, taking a photograph means both seeking out contact and avoiding it, being the most present and the least present at the same time. And a couple more. So he describes photography as a physical experience, a state of excitement. So there's actually a video, it's a documentary of him. I think you guys can find it on Vimeo, where he actually calls the act of photography an orgasm. So it's kind of interesting. So he says, it's an essential pleasure, a way of being more present in the world, even a form of therapy. On location, it comes down to a kind of battle with reality, a sort of trance in which you can capture an image or perhaps lose everything. It's in this battle that I feel most at home. I like that a lot. So without further ado, here we go. So these images are mostly from the 80s, but some are from the 70s and some are even from the early 2000s. He's still around, he still shoots. I think mostly with a digital camera, but all of these are taken with a Leica, I think on a 50mm lens with Kodachrome. Oh, this one. So even though he was born in Belgium, he bounced out of there pretty quickly. He was not inspired at all there. So he went to Morocco and he became like obsessed with just the colors there and the photography there. And then he went on to India, Japan. This is in Paris. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. just the arrangement of everything and the colors. It's amazing. This one too. Like I think this is like not a painting, but like, I guess like graphics on the wall. Yeah, really wow. Yeah, so he was one of the early pioneers, kind of like Saul Leiter, of color photography. People were mostly doing black and white photography at this time. Color photography was just like really like it lived in the realm of advertisement. It wasn't really taken seriously as an art form. This is one of my favorites. Just like the clouds and the car. Just the composition and the colors are amazing. These two. So as you guys can tell, it's not really narrative. He was photographing very, very intuitively. He did not really have a set like goal in mind when he was out photographing. He just wandered around and whatever kind of struck him emotionally is what he photographed. The colors here are just so good. It's beautiful light. It really makes me wish that there was still Kodachrome film. This looks like it's in America. This picture. So after he photographed in Morocco, after he was traveling, he actually came back to Belgium again and started taking pictures in Belgium again. And he was pretty happy with the work there. I think he had to get away, as many of us do, from his hometown to really get inspiration. Some greens. So in his work, it's interesting. Even though there's people in the photographs are not really about people, at least not to me. They're more about colors and light. Even this one. I think this is in the, where is this? I don't know where this is. US? Seinfeld. So a lot of greens. This is amazing. Just this light. He actually started out in film. He wasn't a photographer, not in the beginning. He went to school and he started to kind of work on a short TV documentary, and it kind of taught him how to look at a scene in a certain way, how to create space, movement. This is really beautiful. I like that they're covering the faces. Like, you can't see anybody's face in this photograph. Everyone is turned. So, like, even though there's people here, it's almost like his people are kind of abstract. They're kind of like objects in the photograph. He was not into, like, the narrative documentary approach. That was not his style at all. So he photographs a lot in like hotel rooms. He's got a whole series that he did in airports, which is beautiful. I think it came out as a book recently. It's beautiful. Just the green, foggy. Very graphic. So at one point, I think it was in the 70s, he just really went with the whole green and blue palettes, as you'll see here. So pretty. So this book I actually made me really want to start taking pictures in color. I got this book when I was still taking pictures mostly in black and white. And like I like fell in love with the way that he showed colors. I think this is in Russia. Mostly 70s and 80s. You can buy this book. I'm sure you can buy it on Amazon. It's not a rare book. I think this is Ireland. This is Russia. That sign says "Не курить," which means no smoking. Yeah. I love how this guy is just kind of looking at himself, but he's just so static. Like he's part of the whole scene. Very static. It's interesting where the hell this is. There's a funny story about this, actually, about this image. The person who is in this image, his wife saw this photo years later, and she contacted Harry and was like, "That's my husband. That's the back of his head." I thought it was funny. It's like getting contacted years later. They recognized you. The title of this book, it's just Harry Gruyaert. That's it. But you can look up Harry Gruyaert, a retrospective, and you'll get this book. This is earlier. I mean, this is later work. It's from like the 2000s, I think, or 90s. This too. So he mostly shoots digital now. This is cool. And here are more images from his travels. Morocco, Egypt. He traveled a lot. I love this one. This looks like Brooklyn to me. I don't think it's Brooklyn, but maybe. No, it's not Brooklyn, but it looks like Brooklyn. I think this is amazing. Some of my favorites. It's just graphically so beautiful and the colors are amazing. He really has a big distance between himself and the subjects. It's really kind of an interesting way of photographing. Fave. Yes, one of my faves too. It's nice too. I almost like didn't see this guy the first time. It's beautiful. For me, these kind of look like stills from a movie, almost. Be tight. Yeah, street photography. I mean, there's different kinds. Most of the stuff I've been showing you guys has been, I'm trying to show variety. I've been showing mostly black and white, but I think this is a really good, this is Egypt. I think this is really good color book. I think this is also Egypt, I think, or Morocco. So at the end of the book, there's the year and the locations of all these photos. It's gorgeous. Yeah, punchy. Yeah, really punchy contrast. So the book is just this. It's just Harry Gruyaert. It looks like this. So if you look it up online and you see that, then that's it. Some more. These remind me a little bit of the photos that Henri Cartier-Bresson did when he traveled. No face is shown in any of these. That's great. So he was also a Magnum photographer. I think he joined in like the 70s. He joined the agency, but before that, I mean, he worked in magazines, all kinds of jobs before he joined Magnum. I love this photograph. It's beautiful. I wonder what's under here. I was curious. But just this green, I mean, I feel like you don't really get these kind of colors with digital cameras now. At least I don't. It's beautiful. You're welcome. This is beautiful too. This looks like a painting, Alex Webb-esque. Yeah, he actually really liked Alex Webb's work a lot. He wasn't sure about joining Magnum because Magnum photographers are typically, they typically do social documentary work, and he clearly doesn't. So he was like, I don't know if I should join them. But then he saw Alex Webb's work, and he really liked it. So that was actually a big part of him joining Magnum, was because of Alex Webb. It's beautiful. These boats. But like these people, they all look like they're kind of, it almost looks like it's staged a little bit, or like they're part of a set. This is the only one I think that where the people are like, it's more like a portrait, you know. This is beautiful too. But this one for me stands out from the rest of these. I love this picture too. Yeah, I think it was Iraq. Unfortunately, all the titles and places of these photos are in the back, and I don't want to keep going back and forth and make you guys dizzy. How did you join a collective such as yours? A collective? You guys can email us about the collective, NYCSPC. Just send me a message. Not email, sorry. Send me a message, and I'll respond. This looks like this Renoir painting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's the one of people like having lunch in the garden. But for me, this kind of reminds me of it. This is all shadows. It's crazy. Hey, Diego. It's beautiful. Hey, Lauren. This, I know where this is. This is, because I've been here. This is in Ostende in Belgium. My stepsister actually lives in Belgium, and I visit her, and this is their beach. So I was saying before how he, in the beginning of his life, he didn't really find any inspiration in Belgium, so he left to travel. And when he was traveling, he fell in love with color, and he started photographing only in color. But then he came back to Belgium, and he continued photographing in Belgium. And I think his Belgium work is amazing. I think it's a good thing he came back. But this is like a completely simple scene to me, but it's just so beautifully shot. Just so good. Such good mood. Oh, the stream. Don't worry if you have to leave while I'm doing this. I'm going to save this video to the NYCSPC page, to their Instagram page, so you can always look at this later. Don't worry if you have to go. Just go. This is also Ostende. This is the beach in Belgium. Just this light is so beautiful. Favorite Gruyaert image. Oh, that one? Yeah. This was this one was in like an exhibition that's traveling. I think it was in France, but it was in the subway. This was blown up like huge, and on the subway wall. It's cool. There's a really good, interesting documentary about him on Vimeo. I think you have to pay like $4 for it, but it's really interesting. He talks a lot about his work before and his work now, and kind of what inspires him. So clearly, color is very inspiring. I love this photograph. It's beautiful. More colors, 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 colors. All about colors. It's amazing. Colors. You really feel how like intuitive of a photographer he was in these images. We love color. Like you can really feel how none of it was really planned out in advance. So this is one from his series that he has on airports. So he mostly photographed in airports around sunset because obviously we all know that around that time you got the best colors. I love those colors. I think there's some more. Loves Kodachrome red. Oh, if you know the story, then write it in. I would love to read it out loud. Another airport photo, like lone figure. He's got a lot of these lone figures. Mama, go away. My mom's trying to come in. More airport. I'm not sure what the airport book is called. If anyone knows the name, you could type it in, but it's got some really nice work. This one's amazing. I think this is in the US. I don't know. He really liked American photographers like Saul Leiter and William Eggleston. He felt that there weren't that many photographers doing color in Europe. So he really loved the American color photographers. This is amazing. I love this picture. I love how everything lines up. That's one of my favorites. Just the moods of these are really interesting. I think this is also in Ostende, I think, in Belgium, beach. Cinematic feeling, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a cinematic feel to like all of his photographs. They for me, they kind of, some of them look like they're just like stills out of movies. Which makes sense because he studied film and he was going to be a filmmaker before he was a photographer. But I was reading that he didn't like working with people on sets, so he was like, I'm not doing this, I'll just do photography. I thought that was funny. But that makes sense. I mean, he is definitely one of those, he's a solitary person in the sense that like he goes and he shoots by himself. Not with other people. This is one of my favorites. This is in Paris on the beach. Not in Paris, but I think this is France. Somewhere in France. Just the light here and these clouds. I mean, the range of the tones. Again, film, Kodachrome film, mostly. Beautiful. And that's it for the photos. And then there's like a little bit of story about his images here. And here are the plates and the captions for them. So, and you guys can't see, but it's mostly in the 80s. Most of these photos in here looks like they're from the 80s, but some are from 2000s. Some are from the 90s. It's just acknowledgements. And that's it. You're welcome. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's available, isn't that expensive? It's available, I think, on Amazon, and you can just look this up. Just type in Harry Gruyaert, type in retrospective, because this is kind of like a retrospective of his work. And you'll get it. So I hope you guys like this, and I hope it inspires you to shoot in color as it did for me. Okay. Thank you guys. See you next week.